Hi everybody, Nelson here with Infinity Inspection Services, performing a home inspection for a potential buyer. We're going to go ahead and look at the components of the bathroom. We're not actually going to do the inspection, but just basically give you an idea of what it is that you want to be looking for when you're inspecting a bathroom. All right, so again, first thing we want to do is just take a look from the outside, observe everything before we even start turning on the water and really getting into any componentry about it. Light switch is upside down. That's a personal preference, really. One thing I noticed right off the bat, I don't find an electrical outlet in here. Again, it's a personal preference, but it's very common to have electrical outlets in the bathroom. So you blow dry your hair or whatever, charge your shavers or whatever it is that you're doing. So we are going to test the toilet. Make sure that the toilet isn't loose at the base, and it's not. Okay, so we'll nudge it there a little bit with our foot. It seems to be sealed properly. Go ahead and flush it. Standard practice, everybody does every day, we know. But we want to make sure that there's no issues. Okay, so we're gonna. So here's the lever. You actually got to hold the lever up in order to get it flushed, as opposed to just pulling it. It doesn't do much for you. So might be a little tweaking you need there. So again, these are things you want to look for. Every toilet, every bathroom is going to be a little bit different. So never take it for granted. Okay. So we're going to look in the back, right, where the piping is, where the valves are. All right. Don't see any water coming out anywhere. Do notice the tile directly behind the toilet. The loo is elevated, so just leads me to believe that at some point there may or may not have been an issue. Maybe they did it on purpose. They just remove that small spot and just put it back a little more elevated after they did whatever repairs. All right. Again, we're going to check our sink. Faucet's on tight. We'll run the hot water. Here we're testing, make sure the water heater is producing hot water. Also, when you're going to test the hot water, make sure that you check the electrical panel. When a home is vacant, like the one that we're inspecting, homeowners will turn off the water heater to save some money. I always recommend go ahead and turn off the water heater when the home's not in use. I recommend the air conditioning not be turned off because it can grow some microbial growth. You can have some microbial growth in the home, so you want to leave the air on. The gas will not leave your air, but the home will have some growth issues, especially in humid South Florida where we're located, particularly in. Okay, so drawers a little bit off. We'll make simple note of that. Nothing major. We're going to run our arms and check our hands. Excuse me. Check to see for any moisture. All right. They made some adjustments here. Not the best connection in the world, but this was a repair after the fact. You got to make sure that there's no water leaking at this point. Okay, so we're gonna let the water run for a little bit. Got good pressure. We're also gonna flush the toilet now and make sure that there's no deviation in the water pressure. That could indicate potential hazards or issues with maybe a leak in the water line. So let's make sure. We're going to go ahead and flush. Remember, in this one we got to hold it up. No deviation so far. Water pressure seems to be holding. Toilet's filling up now and water pressure is continuing. Normally I have my laser pointer to check the water temperature. We're going to go ahead and run our hand nice and warm. Okay, not too hot. All right. We got our shower over here, basic tub. All right, looks like they've done a little bit of work to the caulking here. All right, it's already worn again. You got some breaks in it right there. All right. However, you don't see a lot of growth or anything. They reef caulked here around the window. Okay, normal stuff that we're used to seeing. A lot of humidity in here. They do have an air vent. That's a good sign. Okay. Or if you look up here, you're going to notice some warping. All right. So could be due to the shower, but the fact that you have an air vent in here, that could I could eliminate that option. Could be potential leak in the roof that we're not familiar with yet and we haven't gotten to yet. So we'll make note of that. We'll do some testing with our thermal imaging camera, our water meter detector. We'll do a contact test as well, okay? So I'm just gonna run the faucet here. We already tested the hot water so we know it works, but we wanna run both of them just to make sure no leaks in the faucet, no issues coming out of there. All right, as that's running, keep looking around, see if there's any other issues. All right. Always want to make sure that the wall is flush, that there's no issues, no bowing. That could mean be an indicator that there's a leak within the walls. All right, we're going to go ahead and run the shower head. Always point it away from you. Make sure there's no issues. All right, right there you're going to notice you got a small leak in the shower head. It's going to be hitting up against the wall. Over time, that could deteriorate the grout, cause some damage behind the wall. So, all right, we'll make note of that again on our report. I always recommend if the customers are on site, you give them a walkthrough before you complete your inspection. Let them know what you found. Let them know that they'll be seeing it again in the report. But it's always good to give them a hands-on look. They like it. It's creates some repertoire between you and your customers and your realtors, and it helps you get some more business down the line when they see you're personable and willing to walk around with the customer and just show them everything, as opposed to just letting them read off a sheet of paper and some wording that they may or may not understand. So anyways, thanks for watching. It's Nelson with Infinity Inspection. Check us out at www.infinityinspector.com. All right, thank you.